Competing for top developer talent. By Ashu Chatterjee, CEO at Caravel Labs. Part 3 of Recruiting Top Developer Talent. It should be no surprise that the developers described above are only a small subset of the total developer pool, and therefore there is fierce competition for them. The most respected employers scout for such talent across the world, and such developers have no dearth of options for offering their professional talents. Furthermore, in the post-pandemic environment where remote work has become the norm, employing such talent is no longer restricted by geography. At Caravel Labs, we know that the experienced developers that we are hoping to attract to our team are just as sought after by the top product engineering teams at companies such as Microsoft or Google, which is why we must make the employment experience comparable to the best employers in the world. There are many aspects to employment experience such as organizational culture and tools for the developers, which are important and broad enough to warrant their own articles. However, the most fundamental contributor to the employment experience is employee compensation, and it is relatively straightforward to address. Any software delivery organization aspiring for increasingly higher performance cannot afford to ignore to address this or address it incorrectly. We are often asked to share our opinion about the payroll cost and product quality trade-offs for setting up development teams in a certain geography. Our experience building a globally distributed team of high-performing developers at Caravel Labs and previously at Microsoft has convinced us that there is no correlation between geography and quality of workmanship. Rather, developer compensation disparity across geographies is what impacts the quality of workmanship. A quick analysis of salary data validates our opinion, as any differences in salary levels disappears entirely for top developers at mid-career levels. Lowering compensation based on mean salaries in a specific location either results in inability to attract top talent or high turnover rates for the most talented developers. At Caravel Labs, adherence to our fundamental belief that people should get the same pay for the same work anywhere in the world has led us to implementing a compensation philosophy and practices that are favorable towards preventing this fallacy. We advocate to all employers of developers to adopt this principle. Besides the very compelling ethical argument for doing this, putting ourselves in the shoes of our employees, would we consider being paid less for our workmanship simply because we happen to live in a certain place? It is also the prudent thing to do to maintain an edge in the form of software delivery performance in an increasingly digital world. Adam Stoffel, our COO and head of operations, shares his in-depth thoughts about Caravel Labs' compensation philosophy and practices in his article Pay Transparency, coming to a job posting near you.